Cultivation. The first information regarding the cultivation of the cacao tree in Mexico is that obtained on the invasion of the country by the Spaniards. Prior to that time, there is a total absence of anything definite. The tree flourishes best situations where the main temperature is between 24 degree and 28 degree C. The farthest the place of cultivation from the equator, the poorer is the product. The other most essential conditions are long continued moisture of the soil and a soft loose texture with abundance of humans. And above all, shelter from the direct rays of the sun. For these reasons, planters select for their cacao areas ground the virgin soil, of which has not been exhausted by the cultivation of other plants. The plants are either raised in a nursery until they reach the most suitable age for transplanting, or the seeds are sown on the ground selected for the plantation. Agriculture. Agriculture is a very common word which is used almost by everyone. When we talk about agriculture, then the very first thing that strikes our brain is it must be something that is related to farming and farmers. But this thought limits the aspects of agriculture. Agriculture does not only mean the procedure of cropping, instead, it means much more. Gender inequality. God has made everyone equal. He has given two eyes, two legs, two hands, and one body to everyone. But it is humans who create differences in everything. In a society, everyone has the right to live their life the way they want without being treated differently. But still, there are many social evils like inequality, caste discrimination, and so on. Education. Nelson Mandela rightly said, education is the most important weapon to change the world. Education plays an important role in the development of an individual and making him a knowledgeable citizen. It is the education that makes an individual self reliant, helps to suppress the social evils, and contribute towards the development of the society and nation as a whole. Education helps in unraveling the mystery of nature. It enables us to understand and improve the working of our society. It creates conditions for a better life. Education brings out the capabilities to fight injustice happening in society. Every individual has the right to education. Self conscious. By the time a child has reached the age of 2 years, the psychologists say that he is self conscious. This is not the same as the lay use of the term, although there is a connection. The psychologists mean that the child is aware that he is a self and not an extension of his mother. This awareness is shown in such behavioral acts as disobedience and the use of the word no with emphasis. Because the child is aware that he does not have to obey parental commands. Parental commands are given throughout their 2 years. First, for the child's own safety, example, don't touch the fire. And second, so that he brings to develop some sense of right and wrong. An adult is able to weigh the consequences of his actions partly because he has developed a concept or idea of time. The young child lacks this concept and is governed by immediate desires, which must be fulfilled. Thus, in some situations, he can be excused for not behaving morally, i.e., making the choice which is good for himself and others. In other situations, he knows what is right and chooses not to do it. Immature adults can also behave in this self centered way. Body weight. Body weight as a term is used in several references. It is used colloquially as well as in medicine to refer to the weight or mass of a person. A person's body weight is an important consideration which physicians use to determine overall health. Typically, this is measured in kilograms, but in some countries, this is measured in pounds. There are other methods of estimating ideal body weight, but the most common is the body mass index. The idea of ideal body weight was introduced in 1974. This was to allow better estimation of drug clearance in obese persons. Since then, researchers have shown that the metabolism of certain drugs is related more to ideal body weight than to a person's total weight. The stability of body weight is depend on a person's intake of energy and how much one expands that energy. Excess energy in the form of calories is always stored in the body as fat, though the body can also store this as carbohydrates and proteins. As more and more of this excess energy get stored, the body will gain weight. When we look at the converse, in which a person expands more energy than he or she takes in, then they will lose weight. For children, a number of ways has been developed to estimate body weight. These include guesses offered by parents or healthcare providers, weight estimation formulas based on age, as well as tape based system. Formula such as APLS, Leffler, and Theron have been developed and are used for this purpose. The Broslow tape is a tape based system in which the length with weight is read from an appropriate color area. Other tape based systems include Paper tape, which uses a two-step process similar to the Broslow, but takes into consideration the appearance of the child's body. Body weight is also used in sports. Sports that consider body weight include boxing, mixed martial arts, wrestling, weightlifting, and rowing. Participants in these sports are classified according to their weights. Boxing is perhaps the most well known of these sports, which uses weight to classify boxers. Here you will find flyweight, which is for the lightest of boxers, all the way to super heavyweight for those who are the heaviest.